Just like the speed of light again. 3 times 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second from the theory of relativity of Albert Einstein. E is equals to mc squared. Wow. Okay, now I'm done with the off-topic regarding the GSTPE, government assistance like that for students and teachers for private education. Okay, administered by, the DepEd, Department of Education and the Commission of Higher Education. But this time, my dinner is very late because I'm having too much vlogs. Okay, so as usual, no rice, okay, no sugars, okay, but definitely have salt. Okay, because if there's no salts, then how can you survive? Most of the foods are fortified with salts and will either with sugar like that, so I can survive, right? Right. And we need salts for the production or synthesis of hydrochloric acid, which is our digestive fluids and digestive acids that could be held as a precursor to produce the different macromolecules inside our body, okay, through nucleic acid, something like that, okay, amino acid, protein, carbohydrates, and name it, everything, including the antibodies, the antigens, something, the white blood cells, the leukocytes, okay, the red blood cells, which are the hemoglobin. Am I sure that's hemoglobin? Okay, the red blood cells, RBC. Okay, so it's gonna be like that. So I need salt rather than sugar. Okay, but I cannot also, deny the sugar because I love to eat once in a while. Sweet food. Okay, but as much as I could, I will be able to dwindle. Oh, you know what is dwindle? Dwindle meaning reduced. Ang ana siya, diminished. Okay, like that. Or curtail, reduce. Okay, like that. Okay? Or lessen. Lessen. So these terms are synonymous. Can be used interchangeably in a sentence or in a paragraph. If you make an article, could it be a headline, a column in the newspaper, or it could be whatever references, feature article, editorial, sports writing, like that, poetry, poem, name it. Okay, you can use this vocabularies. It depends on your skills, writing skills, right? And your skills also, and trouble extracting the vocabularies before you will write any articles. Okay, guys. So I keep on talking. Maybe this Korean noodles. Oh my gosh! Actually, this is not good for the health. But I love really the taste. So I'm still human being. I could also cheat. Charot. Okay. My gosh. Oh, diba? I love Korean noodles. Really. Oh, diba? This is my favorite brand. I'm not endorsing this particular product, but I love this since I was in high school. Okay, this Korean noodles. Okay, red one. You will see this in the groceries, in the bakala, in the market, in the mall, in the grocery section. Then try to taste this one also. It's very good, really. I can assure you to that. Okay? So this will be my dinner lang talaga siya, no other. Okay? With water and, banana, rich in potassium, calcium, and magnesium, and apple. Okay? Citrus fruits, rich in vitamin C. Okay? Like that. And of course, normally with citric acid also. Okay? My gosh, citric acid is an acid found naturally in citrus fruits. Right? Am I saying that correctly? Oh, mga science professionals. Okay. Every time I will speak in front of you guys, I want you to verify and double check my terminologies and the content of my vlogs. Maybe I am in error. Then I have to be very, very polite to issue an error statement in my description in my YT videos. So it's gonna be like that. Okay, healthy, interaction with the audience and the speaker. Me as your speaker in this interactive platform of communication. Then this is the vlog and the live streaming. Okay? Okay, guys, I have to eat now. Char. So actually, oh my gosh. Wow! Super yummy and delicious the taste really. Okay? Okay. But actually, some don't like spicy, but I like spicy. The color is already spicy, right? Thus, also the color will reflect if it is spicy or not, right? Usually red stands for spicy, right? And also in terms of milk products, the red also are the low fat, the color red. So things can be also achieved through color coding. Okay, sometimes, but not all. Okay, but in this case, if red, spicy, like that, whatever, okay. But check the packaging, okay, reflected in the nutritional fact of the product you buy in the market. So it would be better because there it will be discussed or represented the various calories you will be able to take when you eat that or will you drink that beverage or any drinks, right? Kaloka. Okay. Hala, pinagkamot Jujun. Okay, my gosh. Wow, really, the taste is so hilarious. What is hilarious? Research in the dictionary. Okay. Wow. My gosh. But this is not good for the health. I will tell you frankly. But I did not eat this most of the times. When I crave only, okay? Because noodles have too much monosodium glutamate. And this is not good for the health. It will try to deteriorate the cells of your brain. Something like that. That's why the NSG, the vitsin, is not really that good to put that in excess amount when you cook. The Ajinomoto, something like that. We use that in the Philippines. I think also other parts of the world are using also Ajinomoto. Okay, but it's not good really, guys, because of monosodium glutamate. It's a kind of salt that's too much level of the salts, and then it can deteriorate the cells of your brain, in your vital organs. And I think, I'm not really that sure, I also read some articles that it was banned, okay, in the other parts of the world before, just like the cigarettes and tobacco. And then this also, Vichin Ajinomoto, because fortified with monosodium glutamate is not good for the health, okay? But we cannot resist sometimes, right? Because the taste is very good, really. Anyhow, we will just maintain to our exercise like that. We will remove waste in our body all the time. Sweat, SWEAT, right? Every time, then that would not be an issue. Okay? That much. As long as you will never eat this in excess amount, or just eat this moderately, or rare, not rare, seldom. So that meaning sometimes, okay? You get the point. Oh, ganon. Seldom talaga. Okay. Kaloka. Wow. So hot. So hot, yummy, and delicious. Mmm. Sometimes you have to swallow immediately. You don't have to show because it's very yummy. Okay? Nakaloka. Mmm. So dapat pala, ang title ni Ining Higayuna is Eating Korean Noodles. Because it takes a lot of time doing this. Eating Korean noodles. Charot. Uy, nakakaloka. In fairness. Wow, reddish. You know reddish? Red color. Red color in a very, very excess amount. Wow. Or very, very dark red. That's reddish. Right? Reddish. So, you use the color as an adjective. It's called yellow, yellowish. Okay? Reddish, red, reddish. Okay? The noun will be converted to an adjective describing the noodles I have, the color, the specific color. And color is a physical property, extrinsic property in chemistry lecture, including the color, the taste, the amount, the width, the length, the height, the thickness, the volume, like this, okay? Directly measurable. Okay, these are extrinsic property and extrinsic property under physical property. Ganon. You get the point? Under changes of properties in chemistry lecture in the flowchart of the study of the whole framework of matter. Okay, because chemistry is the study of matter and that undergoes the changes. Okay, and different changes it undergoes. So usually a chemical change and a physical change. It's gonna be like that all about chemistry. You don't have to memorize, you should understand that it's gonna be matter, and after that, there's a changes in that, of course, and that's chemistry already. You will not pattern the word in the book, but word by word in the book. You will just extract the important words and try to have your own. Okay, so that you can also have that definition every time. Because if you will plainly memorize it, you will forget. Okay, so just extract the important terms and make another terms aside from that so that you can create your own definition, not to be bookish in the particular terminology you're trying to understand. Okay, ganon. So it's going to be the technique and strategy of effective memorization. Wow, effective memorization. Nakaloka. But in case of proof passing only, it's your choice, huh? I don't try to force you because that's your style, okay? If you want to memorize punctuation mark, period, parenthesis, exponent, everything is reflected in the book. It's up to you. Because for the purpose of passing the subject, it doesn't matter. Okay? But my point is, you have to understand first before memorization, because it will retain and accumulated and engraved in your brain cells in the future, even though you will reach 50 years old, 60 years old, and until your last breath, you can still remember, oh, what's density? While you are in the bed in the hospital, you're suffering a chronic disease like a respiratory illness, tuberculosis. We don't know because we don't know diseases comes in. We are aging when we are now very, very old. There's no excuse to that. Okay, everybody will suffer diseases in the future, right? Now you can still remember in your bed and your nephew like this. Cole, what is the definition of what is really a matter? And you still say matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. And imagine you are now 80 years old, right? So it's very, very good and amazing to your relatives, to your friends. You still remember? So wow, effective memorization is independent with time. Okay? You don't have to memorize because only to pass this particular subject. You have to memorize that to understand so that you can apply that in a daily basis in the real world to survive in this contemporary world, being an individual that God created in this planet Earth. Ganon, di ba? With purpose. Studying with deep purpose is better than studying with superficial purpose. So, what is superficial? Meaning shallow. Okay? Meaning only in the surface level, not deep level. So that's superficial or shallow. Okay? Or narrow. Just the same in definitions and vocabulary in English also. Okay? You have to practice that also. While you are in the high school, it could be okay. You practice the reading, understanding, memorizing, like that, and everything. It would be a great help if the examination are vocabularies, something like that, or understanding the sentence, understanding the phrasing, understanding the story of the sentence, story, and then you have to arrange it. What comes first, second, third, fourth, and five. Okay, there's an examination like that also, right? If you can remember. Okay, and then adjective, pronoun, noun, okay, conjunction, preposition, pronoun, collective noun, okay, pronoun ownership, adjective ownership, okay, linking verbs, okay, intransitive verbs. Wow, intransitive. Wow, di ba? So you have to use that also. So since you are working in a country that are particular, then that's only for your own knowledge, because who knows, you'll be assigned in Europe, in America later on after this era. We don't know really, right? That's God's decision and plan, because God is the architect of our own future. It's not us. Okay? Could you imagine, or could you remember, if we try to aim something, then until now we will never reach that one, because God is an architect of our own lives, not us. Okay, even though how hard you tried everything, but still you did not accomplish the things you really want in life, because God is in control of everything. You get the point? He planned everything, a planner and an architect of our own lives, something like that. Okay? And the final stage will be, there will be a life after death. And then we will be judged accordingly. Nakakaloka naman yung mga statements. We will be judged accordingly. Ganon! O diba? Am I stating that correctly, guys? Oh no, those yummy and delicious. Okay? Tabian ka, ayaw mo rin akong ulas. Nakakaloka. Yummy, delicious, wow. Name it. All superlative adjectives. Superlative. Oh my gosh. Or superlative descriptions, right? Wow. Parang dyan kumaka-video, no? Pati pagkaon ako dyan ikuan. Okay? I want you to try, guys. Wow! I'm now an endorser for this particular product, Korean noodle. And the title, or the name of this noodle is Shin Cup. Wow, Shin Cup. Okay, emphasize that as Shin because this is I. This is matigas. Okay? Not Shan. Shin Cup. Ganon. Pronunciation and diction. Nakakaloka. Matters pa rin sa yes. You have to be particular. I remember pala, guys, I joined a speech choir when I was in first year high school. We compete also in another schools like that. Okay, competing, all types of schools are competing, private and public schools. I think so. Okay, but we did not win. Okay, like that. You get the point? There's a lot of voices, soprano, like that, bass, like that, but not singing, but only doing a speech. Like that. Only speech, not singing, but there's a lot of tone. The voice, the modulation of the voice, high voice, average voice, like that, and the pronunciation, diction must be emphasized. Okay? Because our teacher before also, I really, admired him, and I really patronized him, and then, this is also one of the reasons I copied from him, something like that, and then I developed for how many years, like in high school and going to college. Not in elementary, but in elementary, we are very, very kid at that time. We are very, very young, and our minds are always playing, right? So we don't need the interest to study more like that, okay? Oh my gosh. Diba? Delicious and yummy. Nakalupa. Wow! Wow! Too much salt, really. Bahala na, in fairness. But then, if I will measure my weight, it will become 66, like this, because of these noodles only. Okay, that's why when I measure my weight, guys, when I wake up in the morning, so there's no intake of solid and liquid substances, because it matters. It will fluctuate. It will increase most of the times to around 1 to 2 maximum. So you will measure when you don't take any food and liquids. That's your true weight. Okay? You get the point? Do not measure your weight when you are now in working or whatever, because you intake a lot of food, drinks, that's not your true weight measurement. Okay? When you wake up in the morning, you don't have anything, go to the urine, that's the time you'll measure your weight. That's your true weight. Okay? If you have a weighing platform like this, I bought this. Okay? So really, I am 65 kilogram now. I'm just emphasizing that after eating these noodles, I will measure again and it will increase, sure. Because salts can increase also, the fat substance in our body. Causes obesity, okay, like that. You will become fat if you will not control your salts intake also. Okay? So you cannot deny the sugar, the fat, the sauce will contribute to obesity. So how can we control this? So meaning to say, we need to evaluate and examine our frequency of our intake for that particular substance. So that's what it means. Okay, and you have to do in moderate manner. Okay, things like that, or sometimes like that, only like this in a week. I only eat this one time, like that, right? Okay. Oh, ganun yan. Charot. BBM Sarah, red color. Wow. Wow, sarap talaga. Lami. My time was consumed just because of eating this corn. Sorry, guys. I beg your apology. I am out of my topic supposedly to be discussed at this moment. But, I'm enjoying eating this, Korean noodles. Forgive me. Wow. Kakaloka. Things like this, guys, if you eat that, not most of the times, only sometimes, then you will feel that food is very, very tasty, right? But if you keep on eating that in a daily basis, it will not turn to be delicious because most of the times you eat that. Okay? If you can observe that also in your meals. Okay, if you keep on eating the same food every day and then it will not taste also good, even though it's good. Okay, because you do that every day, every second, every minute, like the blah blah blah, so and so. So the variation is more important. Variation, the way how it is being cooked. Okay, then the method. For example, this is having the same ingredients, and you make another menu for this, the same ingredients only, like that. So the taste will be different, like that. So that would be more good rather than keep on repeating the same food. No, keep on repeating the same menu of that particular food. Okay? For example, eating grilled chicken for 20 years. Okay? For example, if your contract is not expired and you are a permanent employee at that particular company, say all over the world, not mentioning whatever country is that, your country or other country, you will eat grilled chicken most of the times. What will happen to you? You will develop chronic disease because grilled chicken is not good. That's having charcoal, CHARCOL, that causes cancer, carcinogens. Okay? We need to be extra careful also that roasted type of food driven by burning, okay, and there's a charcoal, okay, and there's you find a black substance. If you keep the eating over and over again, it will accumulate into your system, then you will be developing a cancer later on. Could it be in your gallbladder, digestive system, respiratory, or any vital organs? But that is not quick. It runs to how many years pa siya? Okay, that's chronic. That's why it's chronic disease. It will come to you after how many years? You will just not feel it, but actually you are having that in your system. as if nothing. You did not feel pain, you did not feel symptoms or anything. But the chronic disease is already accumulating in your system. Okay. Now, if you try to go to the doctor for physical examination or medical examination, that's the time they will tell you blah blah blah, so and so, adjust this, control your sugar, control your carbohydrates intake, like that, exercise, eat the right kind of food. That's the time. Since, for example, we are working, we don't have time anymore to go to the doctor, and then too far, or aside from that, very costly, or what else, whatever the reason is that, we are not really convenient to do that, okay? Then, out of a sudden, after 3 years, after 4 years, like this, we suffer already a disease. You get the point? So that's why it's highly recommended to have physical examination, medical examination every 6 months. Okay? If you have your personal doctor. But normally, as an OFW or as an employee, we are not rich. We are not rich. Because the only rich people are the business people. The people who have business are the rich people. That's it. All employees are not categorically as rich. Because if they are rich, they are not working. Right? So meaning to say, we are all not rich. So that's why we don't have our own personal doctor, just like the celebrities, the actors, the actress, the politicians, higher government officials. They have their own doctors to check regularly their health conditions. But for us, ordinary citizens in our country, we don't have that. Okay? So we don't know after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, we develop a chronic disease or whatever. Okay? So that's the reason. It will be accumulating. That's why it's really a necessity nowadays, at this present time, to research. Okay? The main reason to research, because we don't have time to go to the doctor anytime we want to. Okay? And then we have already the prevention, better than cure. Okay? And you can limit the substances. This is gonna be good like this. That's why I told you you have to study the physiology, the anatomy, the epidemiology, and the chemistry. 4. If you talk about health science, epidemiology, physiology, anatomy, and the chemistry. This chemistry will be revolving along these 3. Epidemiology, physiology, and the anatomy. Because anatomy are the vital organs that we have to survive in this world. And this physiology are the behavior, characteristic, or the function of these vital organs, how it will cooperate to the chemical substances that we take. Okay, that is physiology. And epidemiology is studying what kinds of disease that will come if you are more of this substance. If you are less of this substance, then you have to eat a little bit more. If you are more of this substance, then you have to control so that you cannot develop that kind of disease. That's epidemiology. Right? So the only way to survive more is to study epidemiology, physiology, anatomy, and chemistry. The anatomy is there everything, the function of the liver, the function of the intestine, what will happen if too much sugar in the liver, what will happen, o ganon. So in that, the disease will come in. That's epidemiology already. You have to control the disease and prevent. So that's why 4 lang talaga siya. We have only 4 areas to survive in this world for our health. Okay, epidemiology, physiology, okay, anatomy, and chemistry. Okay? You get the point? Because after studying your epidemiology, and then, this is not good, I will go to the doctor. Okay? Like that. You get the point? Now, there's an action for you to change your lifestyle in terms of food intake and beverage intake. In that way, you're already aware. You get the point? That's part of epidemiology. Okay? Going to the doctor, doing tests, diagnostic tests, physical tests, that's under epidemiology. Epidemiology is just very general. Okay? Like that. And that the health professionals will do that, but do not depend on them. Research by yourself. Okay? For people who are busy, don't have time to go personally to the doctor, because aside from the fact it is costly, for example, it requires time, you have to absent from your work, you take leave, like this, everything. Right? Time, money, effort. So the best way is to study, or if not, research, or read like that. Okay? So that you can accumulate information in your brain cells. then you by yourself, without any instructions from any others people, and nobody teach you to do that, by yourself only, because you can save your life, not the other people. Okay? The key point is you will be the one to save your life, not other people, nor your family, nor your mother, nor your brother, nor your sister. It's your life can save your own life. Okay. Am I correct or not? Okay. Do not depend to them for survival or human survival. Charot. They will just guide you and help you, but you really controlling yourself. Okay? Get the point, mga palangga? That's very clear, right? I don't have to educate because that's instinct of any individual. Instinct meaning automatic in computer by default, you know these things. You get the point? By default, right? Libugnaw siya. Sarap. Thank you, mga palangga. I have to I have to stop. I have to stop this vlog because you know I'm full now. I think I'm gonna be coming back to do another last vlog, right? You know, so that you know I can have only few tomorrow like that. So I need have another, the last one. I think so. Okay. Thank you so much. Even though not related to my topic, but I still keep discussing to you, eating Korean noodles, everything, whatever. Okay, what comes in my mind and share to you on the spot. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye, God bless everybody. I hope you like it. Nakakaluha ka, Junjun. O, si, di ba? Okay, mga palangga. Kung hitad, charot.